Good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to SASKS Academy at South Kent School 15 National Ice Hockey on YouTube. This morning, the Academy taking on the U16 South Shore Kings in a quarterfinal playoff matchup at the 2017 Junior Bruin Shootout from the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. I'm Wells Aiken. Glad you're with us on YouTube this morning as you look at the teams warming up here on rink number 2, getting set for this quarterfinal playoff matchup. The Academy coming off a 2-0-1 record in the round robin. They opened up on Friday with a 1-1 tie against the Skipjacks Hockey Club. They completed Friday with a 2-0 nightcap win over the Northern Cyclones and a 6-1 win yesterday against the Connecticut Junior Rangers. The important thing in those two games is that they yielded just one additional goal against for 2 goals against total in the round robin, finishing at a first-place tie with the Skipjacks Hockey Club, who gave up 2 goals to the Northern Cyclones last night. That was 3 goals total in the round robin, and that was enough to send them back to York, Pennsylvania, and the Academy onto the quarterfinals. As we take a look at the lineup for the Academy, coached by Scott Gainey and John O'Connor. At forward, Ryan Miknich, Victor Chidekanair, Jack Williams, Colin Anna, Nick DeSantis, Will Rinaldi, Justin Gordon, Jake Staper, Jack Gordon, Jaden Boreanaz, Felix Gavers, and Tyler Silverstein. Caden Varga still on leave on defense, but anchoring the blue line today will be Charlie DeRoche, Austin Cook, Frank Jurasevich, Josh Steele, and Aiden Erishman. Expected to get the start in goal is Tommy Aiken, coming off that 2-0 shutout over the Cyclones. Looking at the Kings lineup, they are coached by Jeff Buvenow. At forward, Jake McKinnon, Jack Garland, Liam Gill, Ted Harrington, Jake Waterman, Cullen Gallagher, Trevor Tardnico, Riley Bezow, Sam Larkin, Evan Vasilevsky, Chris Jenkins, Brett Williams, Chris love him or hate him, Jake Uricchiola. On defense, Colin Opelt, Will Sheehan, Kevin O'Keefe, Jared Flukiger, Gavin Alves, and Ben, not Marty Brodeur. But the Kings do have a number 30 in net, and that is Chris Cataldo. He will get the start today, getting backed up by Paul Jarvis. As the Academy players skate back to their netminder and give them one last tap on the shin pads before we get going here. The Academy looking to get off to a quick start in this playoff game. It will be 1 30-minute period as the two teams will battle to move on to the semifinals, where they will face the winner of the Neponset Valley River Rats U16 team and the Mercer Chiefs U16 squad. That game taking place simultaneously on another rink, as head coach Scott Gainey gives or receives additional instructions from the referee at the bench. The Academy will send out Chidekanair, Williams, and Miknich to start, with DeRoche and Jurasevich at the points, as the referee checks in one more time with Aiken and Cataldo. And Chidekanair moves in on the draw, and we are underway here for Marlborough as the Kings will control off the draw. They send it up the left wing side. Jurasevich steps up there and battles in front of the scorekeeper's table. Just inside the zone now, Chidekanair battling with a couple of Kings. Williams comes over to help out. Kings chip it back to center, and Jurasevich steps up, but the Kings will control, moving in over the zone line. And we're going to get a whistle here with an offsides just 20 seconds in. And as we said earlier, a 30-minute period, 1 period only. So both teams will be looking to get off to a quick start here and get that early goal, putting the pressure on their opponent as Chidekanair steps in again, and the Kings will control. Kings will dump in. Aiken will steer the side there for Jurasevich. Jurasevich sends it around near side for DeRoche. DeRoche's breakout pass up the left wing side is chipped by Miknich, but the Kings will dump it back deep, and now the Academy will come out again. This time Chidekanair over the red line, across the blue line. He'll come down low, send it up high for Jurasevich. Jurasevich sends a shot in. That hits a body out front and goes far side corner. Williams puts a body on there, and Justin Gordon out now with Chidekanair taking a shot in there. Gordon now controlling, backhanding in front. Rebound saved by Cataldo. Score! Jack Williams off the initial shot by Justin Gordon. Cataldo stopped that, but then Williams picks up the garbage and deposits it for the goal. And the Academy getting that quick start they were looking for on a Jack Williams goal just 55 seconds into this playoff game. And that's exactly the type of start that head coach Scott Gainey was looking for out of his troops here. And he'll get a quick line change here and look to get another goal from the DeSantis line. DeSantis now out there with Cook and check that with Rinaldi and Gordon. Cook at the point as Garland steps in on the draw against DeSantis. Rinaldi body off the puck there, but DeSantis will control. DeSantis with a shot that goes high and wide of Cataldo. Opelt overskates the puck for the Kings. It comes back into the slot for Rinaldi. His shot hits a body out front and goes near side corner. Gordon sends it deeper for the Academy. Gordon now with the puck will cycle again down low and chase. Opelt controlling for the Kings. Opelt sends it high off the glass. Bezout waves at it with a high stick but doesn't make contact as Cook loses his stick at center and Opelt goes back to retrieve for the Kings. Opelt sends it far side for Sheehan. Sheehan's breakout pass is deflected by an Academy stick all the way down where Austin Cook will chase for the Kings. He eludes one forechecker but not Garland as he braces for impact. And Bezout now applying a cross check as the puck comes back to the point. And the Kings send it in. It is blocked up high by a fallen King. That was Jenkins there as Gordon will control at center and dump it deep. And the Academy players will head to the bench for a line change as Jake Stapert, fresh off the bench, heads in hard on the forecheck. But the Kings will control. Oh, and Colin Anna wipes out there. Takes out a Kings defender with him, taking a knee to the head at the same time as the Kings come back in the other way. And Jurasevich now will backhand one up the left wing side for Colin Anna. Oh, and Anna takes a hard hit there from Sam Larkin as the Kings will go back and chase in their own end. And now Jurasevich bodies Larkin off there. Oh, and Colin Anna coming in with a hit of his own, not liking the hit that he received. And he puts a heavy, hard hit there on one of the Kings defenders. That was Gavin Alves as Anna seemingly energized by the contact, and now the Academy controlling down low. That's Gordon. He sends it up high for Steele. Steele backhands it deep in the zone where the Kings and Felix Gavers will chase. That is Flukiger there. Flukiger controlling. And now the puck is chipped back to center as Steele will control at center, dump it deep, and the Academy will change lines yet again. Flukiger in the left wing corner sends it up the left wing side, chip off the wall. And the Kings will gain the zone line and come in to the left of netminder Tommy Aiken. Gill battling there with Cook. Cook and Gill exchange hits in the corner as Gallagher up the left wing side now is pressured by Boreanaz, and Boreanaz able to get it to center as he takes a hit along the left wing boards. Teams battling at center now. DeRoche steps up, but the Kings able to chip it deep. And both teams battling in the far corner as Cook sends it around now near side. That'll come off the wall. This is O'Keefe. O'Keefe goes behind the net, reverses sides. O'Keefe looking for a wraparound. And not sure if Aiken got a stick on that or if it's squirted through the goal mouth to the far side where Austin Cook will control coming down the right wing side. Cook, he's forced into the corner there. He will circle, backhand centering pass is picked off there by the Kings. Trudek and a Kings defenseman coming up high and hard, and that puck will go high and soft into the South Shore Kings bench. And we'll get a stoppage here just 4 minutes into this quarterfinal playoff game with the Academy on top 1-0. So as we said, still a lot of time here, but you've got to like this quick start by the Academy, getting that early goal and continuing to apply pressure in the South Shore Kings end as Trudek is out there with Williams and Colin Anna. Josh Steele back on left defense for the Academy as he bodies off Waterman there, and Waterman now will go far side as he's pressured by Arishman. He turns it over up the right wing side for Williams. Williams moving in. Williams has the puck knocked off his stick by Waterman. Waterman and Williams, two former EHF foes. Williams with the Islanders, Waterman with the South Shore Kings. As that puck will come along the left wing boards now, and Trudek will walk off the wall. Trudek shot hits a helmet or a head up high in front and deflects near side corner. Williams now circling up high. He leaves it for Arishman. Arishman not expecting that pass, and it's just out of his reach as that puck is tipped by a high stick and possibly in offsides, but the Kings touch up, the Academy clear, and they will control at center. This is Justin Gordon now. Gordon will dish for Arishman. Arishman will send it up the right wing side. That hits a skate as a player is heading off into the bench, not played intentionally, so no too many men on the ice call there as the Kings will come back up the left wing side, and possibly could have had too many men there for the Kings as a player coming off the bench played the puck before his direct substitute was completely off the ice as this puck rolls in on Aiken, and we'll get a stoppage here a little over 5 minutes into this contest. So a couple close calls there with too many men on the ice penalties. No penalties called yet in this hockey game. And we'll see how the referees play this one as we go forward here with DeSantis stepping in on the draw. Rinaldi will take that puck, and the Kings able to control and dump it deeper. Justin Gordon chasing on the near side now. He bangs it hard off the wall where DeSantis will chase at center. DeSantis doing battle there As a hard hit by Frank Jurasevich. Keep your head up when he is on the ice. He is always willing to apply the physical force. As the Kings now will come out of their zone. That's sent up the left wing side. And DeRoche gets a stick through the midsection of the South Shore King. And doesn't look like we're going to get a call on that play there, as DeRoche will battle in the corner. Kings will control, comes back to the point now. A shot goes wide, coming right at our camera position here, as Justin Gordon chips it off the end boards in behind Aiken. And that will go around far side. And the Academy will come up and out of the zone. That puck is sent all the way down out of everyone's reach, and we'll get an icing here with 23:42 left to go in the first period, and the Academy on top 1-0. So a lot of activity around Chris Cataldo's net. Kings with some zone time, but no real quality chances other than O'Keefe's wraparound earlier on Aiken. He's had a relatively light workload so far in the first 7 minutes. And off the draw, Stapert will knock his counterpart to the ice, and Gill will control for the Kings. Gill chips it around near side, where Steele will send it high and hard off the glass, and that will go all the way down. I think the referee waved off possibly a high stick, but he does not wave off the icing. And that faceoff will come back inside the Academy blue line with 23:30 left to go here in the quarterfinal playoff matchup between the Kings and Academy 15 Nationals, as Jake Stapert remains on the ice. He's out there with Austin Cook, Jack Gordon, Felix Gavers, and Josh Steele. At the point now, Stapert losing control of that, and a Kings forward took a shot, and that was blocked in the near side corner, never got in on Aiken, as Stapert battling in front now. Larkin and now Gill control for the Kings. Gill along the left wing boards. Gill circles, he's bodied off there by Cook. It'll come around near side now for Steele. Steele chips it up the left wing side. That may have been Stapert on that hit, not Cook. Couldn't tell whether it was 22 or 20 as a shot comes in on Aiken. He steers that aside near corner. And Steele battling in the corner with McKinnon. McKinnon sends it back to the point now. Shot in. That goes wide of Aiken. Goes into the far corner where Flukiger pinching will send it deeper, but the Academy able to clear now, and Gavers chases along the left wing boards. Gavers centering pass just out of the reach of Stapert. Perhaps a good stick lift there by the back-checking Jake McKinnon. And Stapert not able to get a good quality shot off or even a good tip on a goal, as Jurasevich sends one in. Left pad saved by Cataldo, and that puck sat dangerously in the slot, but no Academy forward able to get to it, as Aiken handles at the top of his crease and sends a good pass under pressure to Victor Chidekanair. Chidekanair pressured outside the zone line, and that goes off a high stick of Frank Jurasevich, but it looks like the referees don't detect that, and we play on here as the puck goes along the right wing boards, and that puck is sent around near side now, where Boreanaz will chip it off the boards and out of the zone. The Kings content just to dump it back in, where Erishman will send it up the right wing side for Silverstein. Silverstein up for Chidekanair. Chidekanair with a shot. That goes off a stick and into the near side corner, where Boreanaz will chase. Comes back for Silverstein. And now Chidekanair coming out of the corner. Chidekanair walking in. Chidekanair on the backhand. Chidekanair shoots and scores! Victor Chidekanair with a backhand tally. 8 minutes and 20 seconds into this single period playoff game, and the Academy continues their strong start with a second goal here in the first 10 minutes, and they lead 2-0 on goals by Williams and now Chidekanair on the backhand. And they have to be feeling pretty good here, even though there is still a lot of hockey to be played in this quarterfinal playoff matchup. Chidekanair now stepping in with Colin Anna on left wing, Jack Williams on right wing, and we have not seen Ryan Miknich since that opening shift, so we hope he's okay as Williams moves in over the zone line. Williams loses there, Anna controls, but he has the puck knocked off his stick, and it comes back to center, where Austin Cook will control. Cook pressured in front of the scorer's table as it comes to Chidekanair, back to DeRoche, and DeRoche sends it up the left wing side for Anna. Teams exchanging possession of the puck here at center as Williams finally controls and sends it into the near side corner, where Anna will chase for the Academy. Kings control there as O'Keefe sends it up the left wing side, and picked off there by DeSantis at the top of the circles. He'll send it down low for Anna. Anna skating in behind the net. Anna sends it back to the point now for Cook. Cook over for DeRoche. DeRoche shoots. That hits a body in front, and that was Jack Williams, he's not able to find the handle as the puck dropped to his feet, and the Kings are able to locate the puck, and they will skate it to center and into the Academy zone. As DeRoche takes down a Kings forward there, he takes down Waterman, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game here. So the Academy with a great start, but DeRoche taking the penalty here. Looks like it's either going to be a hook or a trip. Referee's going to call that one a trip. And a little under 10 minutes into this game, the Kings will go on the first power play opportunity of the game. And we'll see who Coach Scott Gainey sends out here for the penalty kill. Looks like DeSantis and Rinaldi with Durasevich and Cook. DeSantis not able to control that draw as they will come back to the point. Shot in, that goes wide of Aiken as he watches it go off the end boards and off to his right. Garland sends it around the boards, back to the point now. That's chipped in deeper, back to Garland. Garland pressured there by Steele. That was Steele on the ice, not Cook, by mistake. As it comes back to the point now, looking down low, back door for Jenkins. Puck will come near side now, and Durasevich will chip that up the left wing boards. And back to retrieve is Sheehan. Sheehan sets up behind his netminder, sends it up the right wing side for Garland. Garland will skate through center, and Garland will send it deeper in behind Aiken as the Kings will dump and chase. Jenkins now battling there in the corner. Not able to come up with it, and up the right wing side comes Rinaldi. Rinaldi skating down the right wing side as he gains the zone line. Oh, and his shot eludes the glove of Cataldo, and that hit Cataldo right in the mask. He looked stunned momentarily as the puck squirted to his right. Kings defenseman able to find that and skate back to center and on into the Academy zone, but offsides. And with 55 seconds left on the penalty to DeRoche and 19:37 left to go here in the hockey game, barring overtime or a shootout, we'll get a face-off just outside the Academy zone line. Chidekadere now out to kill the penalty, this time with Austin Cook, Jack Williams, and Aiden Erishman, who bangs that one hard off the glass and back to center. Kings will control there and come back into the zone. Erishman applying some pressure and a stick as Cook battles in the near side corner with O'Keefe. O'Keefe reverses side, sends it back toward our camera position here where Justin Gordon will retrieve the puck and show good poise. Having plenty of time, he plays it between the two defensemen all the way down with 25 seconds left on the penalty to DeRoche. Moving in, shot in on goal. Aiken steers that one aside. That was Brett Williams with the shot, and Aiken with the stick save, sending it into the near side corner, and Gordon sending it up but not out of the zone. And the Kings will control here. Another shot in on Aiken. He fights that one off and will cover up with just 7 seconds left on the penalty to DeRoche. 18:47 left to go in this single period playoff game. So Coach Scott Gainey changing the penalty killers yet again for the final 7 of this penalty kill. Frank Durasevich will come out along with Jake Stapert, Josh Steele, and Jack Gordon. Stapert in on the draw. Stapert able to control that, leaves for Durasevich. His clearing attempt is blocked by the Kings, and that shot from the Kings left defenseman goes high and wide of Aiken. Durasevich in the corner now. Durasevich battling with Tardnico. Tardnico hit there by Durasevich. Comes up the left wing boards where Gordon was able to control the puck and send it back to center with the teams both now at equal strength. DeRoche back on the ice for the Academy. Up the left wing side now comes Gavers. Gavers will dump it deep and chase as Alves goes back. And the netminder Chris Cataldo will cover up as the puck came his way off the end boards. So the Kings 0 for 1 on the power play. The Academy maintaining their 2-0 lead here. And off the draw, Stapert will step in again. Check that. That's Gavers will step in. Stapert will move to the left wing, and Jack Gordon will stay out there. Stapert not able to control off the draws. The Kings will come back to center. That puck rolls it on Aiken. He steers that aside. Academy will control. This is Gavers for Stapert. Stapert sends it up for Gordon. Gordon goes around Gallagher. Gordon down the right wing side. Gordon with a shot, and that is blocked near side corner. Will come back to the point for DeRoche, and over for Steele. Steele will chip it deeper for Stapert. Stapert will chase in behind Cataldo, and Opelt will control, and his breakout pass comes up for Garland. Garland coming out of the zone. Garland will gain the Academy zone line. His shot is blocked up high by Josh Steele, and Gavers will send it all the way down, and this will be an icing call here as it'll come all the way back into the Academy zone to the left of Aiken. 17:35 left to go, and the Academy still in command with a 2-0 lead. Goals by Williams, in the opening minute, and Chudekader have given the Academy a comfortable lead, but again, still plenty of hockey to be played, and you'd like to see the Academy get that third goal. Off the draw, the Academy will win it. Durasevich sends it up the left wing boards. The Kings repel that, comes back to Durasevich, and now he's able to clear. This splits the D and is going to go all the way down for another icing. So a couple of icings here for the Academy as the Kings look to stem some of their momentum and applying some pressure in the offensive zone where the Academy have had to ice the puck a couple of times. And off that power play, the Kings didn't get anything going, but they did start to turn the momentum a little bit here and are applying a little more pressure in the Academy zone. Garland wins the draw, but Justin Gordon stepping into the hole, picks up the puck, and he will try to split the D. He'll send it right side for Rinaldi. Rinaldi's shot goes off the right pad of Cataldo and into the near side corner. Gordon controls there. Gordon pressured, and he'll send it deeper. Rinaldi chases behind the net. Now Gordon. Gordon along the left wing boards. Gordon cycles it back deep for DeSantis. DeSantis coming out of the corner. Sends it back for Rinaldi. Rinaldi sends it for Gordon. Gordon back to the point now for Cook. Cook sends it towards the goal, but it's picked off there by Garland, and he'll chip it up and out of the zone. Gordon will dump it deep, and the Academy will head to the bench for a line change as Opelt receives the puck from his netminder, Cataldo. A trip there at center ice, and the Academy is going to get their first power play of the game as Tommy Aiken heads to the bench for the extra attacker. DeRoche, eluding two forecheckers there, sends it up the right wing side. And Williams not able to control that, and Bizau will touch up. And Gallagher might have skated to the penalty box as fast as I've ever seen any player skate to the penalty box. He knew that was an obvious call there as he tripped an Academy player just outside the Academy defensive zone, and Gallagher will go to the box 2 minutes for tripping at 13:31, and the Academy's Jack Williams will step in on the power play. He's out there with DeSantis and Gavers with Cook and DeRoche at the point. Cook receives the pass from DeRoche, and he will come out from behind Aiken to his right, pass up the right wing side for DeSantis. DeSantis turns it over there, but pressure by Gavers momentarily forces the puck back the other way, but the Kings able now to control and send it all the way in behind Aiken, or Cook will set up yet again. Cook comes out to Aiken's left this time, sends it up for Chudekader. Chudekader cross ice for Gavers. Gavers pressured there by O'Keefe, and O'Keefe will send it up the left wing boards and all the way down to the right of Aiken. Aiken will stick handle there. A little dangle there by the netminder from Winchester, Massachusetts, as Cook sends it left wing side for DeSantis. DeSantis eludes a forechecker there. That was Larkin. DeSantis coming in. He takes a slash from Gill, fights off another hack from Williams, and that'll come back now to Cook. Cook sends it over for DeSantis. DeSantis back to the point for Cook. Cook shot in on goal. That hits a body in front, and Gavers not able to find the loose change in the slot, and that'll come all the way back down with 49 seconds left on the penalty to Gallagher, as Cook will come out of the zone from Aiken's right this time. Sends it up the left wing side now for Rinaldi. Rinaldi goes around Williams. Rinaldi looking to center it, nothing there. Rinaldi will continue to the far corner. He'll send it back in behind Cataldo, where Gorton will do battle there. And now that puck will come back to the point, and DeRoche will control for the Academy. He sends it down low for Stapert. Stapert pressured there by McKinnon. McKinnon momentarily gains possession of the puck, but now Stapert able to get it back to DeRoche. His shot goes in on Cataldo, and he steers that aside near corner. Durasevich steps up, and that puck is chipped past Durasevich, and the Kings have a 2-on-1 moving in. This is a shot. Aiken with a blocker save there. He makes the blocker save on Harrington as Harrington came in 2-on-1 and elected to shoot, not pass. And Aiken equal to the task with his first real good scoring opportunity against as he turns that aside with the blocker. And Stapert now gloves it high out of the air and not able to control as the Kings will come back out of their zone and into the Academy zone. That puck tipped in on Aiken. He steers that aside near corner. Durasevich sends it up the left wing boards. That shot in on Aiken as the Kings starting to warm to the task with 3 or 4 shots on goal here on Aiken in the last minute or so. Puck will come back to the point now. That shot in, that's blocked up high in the slot. Will come to Durasevich. He bangs it high and hard off the glass, and that'll bounce over a couple of sticks And the referee, as it must have hit a Kings player on the way out of the zone, will wave off the icing as Williams controls and sends it up for Chidekadere. Chidekadere on the rush. Chidekadere with a shot. Pad stopped by Cataldo, and he will cover up with 13:30 left to go in regulation in this quarterfinal playoff matchup, and the Academy still on top. 2-0 goals by Williams and Chidekadere as that line is out on the ice now, again with Colin Anna, and again, we have not seen Ryan Mitnich since the opening minute of the period. So we'll try to find out what the situation is with him as Chidekadere centers a puck there, and a stick lift on Colin Anna prevents him from getting to that puck, and the puck will go right wing corner now, where Williams will chase and the Kings will clear. Coming to center now, South Shore Kings moving in. Shot on Aiken, right pad stop, as that shot went back against the grain, and Aiken flashed that pad to his right to make the stop. Back the other way comes the Academy. This is Anna up the right wing side. Colin Anna, check that. That is not Anna, that's Williams on the right wing side, as he gets support from Anna and Chidekadere. Bouncing puck, skips over the stick of Aiden Erisman. Erisman will turn and send it back up ice where the Kings will control. Shot in by the Kings is deflected by Erisman up and out of play, and we're going to stop it here in a face-off to the right of Tommy Aiken, who's seen a little more action in the last 3 or 4 minutes with 12:50 left to go in regulation here from rink number 2 at the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Teams playing 5-on-5 here after a couple of power plays for each team. Cook out on the ice along with Durasevich. DeSantis wins the draw. He's out there with Gordon and Rinaldi. That puck will come back to center and will be controlled there by Alves. Alves will send it up the left wing boards, and Gordon carries that in the zone offsides. We're going to stop it here, face off just outside the South Shore Kings blue line as head coach Jeff Buvenow and the South Shore Kings look on from their nearby bench. Alves chips it up the boards and now out of the zone. Gallagher comes in the zone offsides. And we're going to get a late hit call here on Frank Durasevich, and I'm not sure about that one. That whistle came well before the hit, but the South Shore Kings forward was coming in pretty hard at Durasevich, and I'm not sure that wasn't more of a defensive response. After the whistle, the forward kept skating at him, and Frank said, I'm not going to take the worst of this, you are. But unfortunately for the Academy, that's going to be a South Shore Kings power play with 12:27 left to go here. And again, with the Academy seemingly in control, this will give the Kings another opportunity to get right back into this game. Gordon off the draw, chips it ahead. Kings will dump it back in the zone in behind Aiken. And that puck is controlled there by Steele, and he will send it all the way down, where Cataldo will field for the Kings and will leave for O'Keefe. O'Keefe skates out from behind his netminder, pressured momentarily by DeSantis. Now Williams for the Kings. Drop pass in the slot, moving in, shot that's blocked up high by DeRoche. Kings are able to get it deeper now. Harrington and Waterman battling in the corner with DeRoche. Harrington chips it further. DeRoche will control now as that puck is sent up the wall, back to the point. That's kept in there and sent down far corner. Steele will send it hard off the boards, but Waterman able to keep in there. Waterman with a weak backhander trying to send it deeper, put it right on the stick of Steele, and he will send it all the way down. And the Academy will change up their penalty kill here with a minute to go on the penalty to Durasevich. Coming up the right wing side now are the Kings. Moving in over the zone line, shot in on Aiken, and he fights that over the left shoulder, loose behind him. And Aiken looks back over his left shoulder and is able to find the puck as he fought the initial shot off with his left shoulder. It rolled in over his pad, but short of the goal line, and he was able to cover that up with the blocker before any further damage was done. And that is the closest the Kings have come to scoring a goal thus far in this hockey game, as they continue to get more and more chances as the period wears on here, and on the power play with 40 seconds left in the penalty to Durasevich. Chidekadere wins that draw back to Erishman, and Erishman settling that puck down and taking an extra second, knowing he had time to bang it high and hard off the glass all the way down behind Cataldo, and Sheehan will come out for the final 35 of this penalty to Durasevich. Kings moving in over the zone line. Erishman with good stick there. Erishman will send it all the way down, and again, showing good poise, not panicking, and sending it up between the two defensemen, where Opelt will go back to retrieve for the Kings. Opelt coming out to Cataldo's right. Opelt coming through center. Opelt pressured by Chidekanair. And another good stick there by Erishman to slow his progress. And Chidekanair picks up the loose puck and will dump it back to center where Sheehan will chase for the Kings. Sheehan coming out of the zone as the Kings had a lot of early pressure on this power play and not much doing here in the final minute of the power play. As Colin Anna will move in, looks to be on a breakaway there and hooked a little bit by Opelt, but no call as Chidekanair picks the puck up along the left wing boards. He cycles down low for Stapert, and that puck will come all the way back to center ice where Austin Cook will control for the Academy. He'll rag it back into his zone and in behind Aiken. He is pressured there, and he will turn as Jenkins forces him to send it up the right wing boards for Gordon. Gordon chips it up the boards now, and Stapert will chase for the Academy, as will Opelt for the Kings. Opelt sends it back for Alves. Alves chips it up the left wing boards for McKinnon. McKinnon leaves it there, and it will come out now where Bizau will chase. And the Kings will just dump it into the zone where Steele will control, sending it up the left wing boards for Gavers as he and Flukeiger will attempt to evade a broken twig lying on the ice on the left-hand side in the Kings zone. Puck now back at center ice. Teams battle there. This is controlled by Harrington. Harrington's shot in on Aiken. He'll deaden that and cover up as Steele applies a little extra wood to a Kings forward. And you got to like the tenacity of Josh Steele there as he goes in for another shot. Careful not to take a penalty, but letting Gill know he's there first with the check and then with the body. Stay away from our goaltender, says Josh Steele. Stepping it on the draw now is DeSantis. And the Kings able to control that. But Steele, a good stick there, battling in the corner. Steele there with Larkin. Larkin turning. Larkin battling in the corner. Backhand pass out front to McKinnon. McKinnon puts it in, short side on Aiken. As McKinnon took the pass, the centering pass there from Larkin. And Jake McKinnon gets a goal here with just under 9 minutes to play. And the South Shore Kings have made this a hockey game as they get to within a goal with exactly 9 minutes left to play here in this quarterfinal playoff game. And as we said before, that early start was crucial for the Academy, but the South Shore Kings fought and clawed and hung around and started to get some momentum off a couple of power plays. And off the forecheck there, they're able to work it to the goal mouth and get the goal that gets them within one here with under 9 minutes now to play in the quarterfinal playoff game, as the Academy will dump it into the zone and DeSantis will chase on the left wing side. Larkin back there. Larkin with the assist on that goal. Williams now behind the net. That is Brett Williams for the Kings. And now the Academy will defend as the Kings come over the zone line. Jurasevich stepping up there. O'Keefe with a centering pass. That alertly picked off by DeSantis, back checking into the slot there. He sends it left side for Gordon. And now Jurasevich will gain the red line and try to backhand that deep in the zone. But that goes up high and out of play over the glass, and we'll get a face-off here at center with 8:22 left to go and a one-goal hockey game. Glad you're with us here this morning on YouTube. It's an exciting one thus far. Both teams have played pretty well. The Academy having most of the pressure and attack time early in the game, and the South Shore Kings have slowly and gradually turned the momentum in their favor as the Academy still continues to apply pressure, but the Kings getting a few more scoring chances later here in the period than they did early in the period. Now at center, this is Williams. Williams coming in over the zone line. Williams checked by Brett Williams. Williams takes the puck off the stick of Williams. Williams on Williams as the Kings will send it back to center. Cook will send it back, and the Academy making smart plays here to send it deep and force the Kings to go 200 feet and earn every inch of ice as they try to get this game tied up here. Gaining the momentum off the goal by Jake McKinnon, coming just about a minute, 10 seconds ago, as the faceoff will come back into the King zone off the icing to the left of netminder Chris Cataldo. Cataldo has faced a lot of shots here. He has played well, as has Aiken at the other end. Cataldo seemingly getting a little more work, but the Kings with several quality scoring chances of late, and Aiken has had the answers on all of those as the Academy now, Williams battles, sends it back to the point for Arisman. Arisman's shot goes in, and Cataldo blockers that or sticks that near side corner. Colin Anna battling there, and again, still no sign of Ryan Miknich as the puck will come back to DeRoche at the point. DeRoche has the puck knocked off of his stick, and it will come back to center as he will send it back and the Kings Harrington will control there. Kings coming back in the zone. Shot in on goal. Aiken steers that aside. Might have actually been blocked up high. And that'll go far side corner and will come around near side now where Harrington will battle with Gordon. Gordon and Tardanico. DeRoche sends it around to the far side, and the Academy will come out of the zone. Sheehan will send it all the way back down there, and will we get an icing? No, we won't, as Jurasevich comes back in and flags down that puck. Jurasevich coming over the red line, gains the blue line. Jurasevich on the rush, and he gets slashed and loses the puck into the corner. And the puck will come in now behind where Sheehan will send it up the left wing wall, but Stapert able to keep in there and dump deeper for the Academy. And again, good smart plays by the Academy here, continuing to push the puck deep into the Kings zone and forcing them to work for every inch of ice to get a scoring chance down in the Academy zone as they cross into the blue line to the left of netminder Tommy Aiken. Jurasevich battling hard there against Garland, and now Gordon will control and come out of his zone. Kings control at center. Kings moving in. That shot hit one of the Academy players there. The glove looked like that hit Jurasevich's glove and went bouncing in on Aiken. Might have caught a piece of Aiken's pad and just went wide of the goal mouth. A seemingly innocent play that turned very dangerous as the puck bounced awkwardly in front of Aiken as DeSantis chases now in the right wing corner. DeSantis and Rinaldi. Gordon there now. Gordon applying pressure as the Kings are able to come back out of the zone. And Austin Cook will send it down the left wing side out of the reach of DeSantis and the Kings' Brett Williams. And that'll be an icing call here with 5:35 left to go. And the Academy holding on to a one-goal lead. Goals by Williams and Chernecanair. The Kings goal by McKinnon. And the Academy looking to get an insurance goal while the Kings looking to tie things up here as DeSantis steps in on the draw. And he's able to win that one back to Cook as Cook will chip it to center and Gordon will chase for the Academy. Puck picked off there, centered for Gordon, out of his reach, and Gordon will go near side corner now as he applies pressure on Sheehan. Sheehan sends it around for Opelt. Opelt up the left wing side. Nice hard hit there by Nick DeSantis along the left wing wall, and the Kings will come in off sides as Rinaldi gets tangled up with Larkin at the top of the circle. And neither player wishing to engage in any after-the-whistle activities with a one-goal hockey game here, despite getting tangled up after the whistle. Face-off will come directly in front of head coach Scott Gainey in the South Kent bench as DeSantis will step in. Larkin will control that puck off the draw. Larkin shot in on Aiken. He sticks that aside. Puck is dumped in the near side corner, where Larkin will battle there. Oh, and he's hit hard by DeSantis as DeSantis came in and lowered the boom on Larkin. Larkin's centering pass goes by everybody back to the point. Shot in goes wide of Aiken. Centering pass is alertly deflected to the wall by DeRoche. Shot in on goal. That deflects high in the slot area back behind the net. And now the Academy will clear. DeSantis will chase at center and control. He takes a hit but gets the puck into the zone as he engages in some pushing and shoving, and Gill will send it across the ice and up and out of the zone. Shot in on Aiken. He steers that into the near corner as Cook. You get an up-close look at Austin Cook in your living room as Gill and Cook battle right in front of our camera position. Cook helped out there by Steele, but Gill comes away with it. Off the wall, shot in. That's wide of Aiken. Will come near side now. Tardnico hit hard there by Gavers. DeSantis now coming in to support. Gavers up the right wing side. Gavers chips it, the Academy rather, chips it up and out of the zone. The Kings will control it center. They regain the zone and down the right wing side now. That is Harrington, and he centers one, but we're going to get a hooking call here. And Felix Gavers with his palms turned upward looks to be the party that will head off to the bench. Always a telltale sign when a player looks to the ceiling and throws his arms up, palms up. How is that a call? Gavers wonders. Probably not in English. As he goes to the box for 2 minutes, and a golden opportunity here for the South Shore Kings to tie this up as they go on the power play with 3:52 left to go here in regulation in this quarterfinal playoff matchup. Off the draw, Chidekanair pushes it ahead, and it'll go back to the point. Shot in on goal, that's deflected up high, and Durasevich is absolutely buried there by Garland. And Garland may have a little bit of a case as that puck went off of Durasevich's stick, but he never actually had control of the puck. And that may be a little bit of a makeup call as well, but definitely Garland did bury Durasevich. That could have been from behind. They're going to call interference here. And we're going to play 4-on-4 for a minute 51 with 3:42 left to go here in regulation. And the Academy will be looking to use the open ice and their speed to their advantage as they try to get an insurance goal here as Chidekanair moves into the zone. Chidekanair, pressured by Jenkins, sends it around behind the net for Justin Gordon. Justin Gordon battling near corner. Gordon and Bizau. Now a puck will come to Chidekanair. Chidekanair moving in, backhand. Fans on the shot, but from his knees on the rebound, lifts it up and over an outstretched Cataldo, and Chidekanair gets his second goal of the hockey game. Chidekanair on fire with 2 goals and an assist in this game. And Chidekanair with the last 2 goals gets the Academy that insurance goal we were talking about as he and Gordon use the time and space with the 4-on-4 and the open ice to work the puck down low into the King zone. And Chidekanair was able to skate to the middle. He fanned on the initial backhand attempt, but the puck sat there loose, and as Cataldo dived out attempting to cover it, the puck just out of his reach, and Chidekanair lifts it up and over him off his knees for a beautiful goal. And the Academy now with a 2-goal lead as the teams play 4-on-4 with 3:17 left to go here in this quarterfinal playoff game. Colin Anna along the left wing boards now. DeSantis, puck just out of his reach as Durasevich falls down but quickly recovers just inside his blue line. And the Kings just inside theirs will look to come back towards Tommy Aiken. Kings moving in over the zone line. That is Gallagher. Gallagher reverses and tries to hit his point man, but heavy pressure there from the Academy forces that play offsides. Good work there by DeSantis at the blue line to pressure that puck out of the zone and ultimately force the offsides. 2:52, check that, 2:49 left to go, 1:01 on the 4-on-4. The Academy will have a brief 8-second power play at the end of this 4-on-4 situation, which now has just 58 seconds left as we get the clocks corrected there. And off the draw, the Academy will control. This is Cook. Cook will send it around far side for DeRoche. DeRoche skating up the right-hand side. Now we'll send it cross ice for, looked like it was halfway between Cook and Stapert. And the Kings will intercept there and bring it back in the zone offsides. So we'll get a face-off just outside the Academy blue line to the far side of the Academy bench as fans look on from the perch above here at rink number 2 in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Stapert stepping in on the draw now. He's out there with Rinaldi and Cook and DeRoche in this 4-on-4. Off the draw, Cook. Pressure there. Puck turned over as Gill controls now for the Kings. Gill moving around behind Aiken. Gill walking off the wall. Gill sending it down low. Shot in by Williams. And Aiken blockers that high up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage here with a face-off coming to his left. So Tommy Aiken has had the answer on every opportunity but the short side goal by McKinnon as he took a nice backhand pass from Larkin out of the corner and beat the South Kent netminder with about 9 minutes to go. But Chidekanair has since added a goal, and the Academy now with a 2-goal lead, 2:16 left to go, 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And Steele will send it around far side now for Erisman. Erisman battling there with Larkin. Steele hit hard there as he's dumped, and the Kings will control. This is Jenkins sending it back to the point now. Cross point now. Shot in on goal. Aiken will blocker that, stick that aside. I think it went off the shaft of his stick, near side corner. As we get a lot of parents up above us shouting for too many men. Shot in on Aiken, and the Academy will control now. The referee apparently agrees as he has his arm in the air.
They got the goalie pulled, guys.
But as I look to my left, the goaltender, Cataldo, is pulled, so it should have been a 5-on-4 Academy power play. But with the goalie pulled, the Kings had 5 players on the ice, which was in fact not too many. And a rather sheepish referee will skate over to head coach Jeff Bubenow and explain, my bad, coach, my bad. It was not too many men. The Kings had pulled their goalie and had 5 skaters on the ice. Even though they have a man in the box, they will have a 6-on-5 advantage when Garland returns to the ice. So stepping in on the draw now, this is Larkin 5-on-5, but the Academy on the power play. As DeRoche will control in the corner and send it around for Jurasevich. Jurasevich will set it up the left wing boards, and now with the penalty over, the Kings will enjoy a 6-on-5 advantage with Cataldo on the bench. Pressure there at center as the Kings will control and come back into the zone. Pass turned over at the blue line, picked off by Williams. He sends it up and off at King, and that is offsides, and that'll come out of the zone. Check that. That is a high stick, and that'll come all the way back into the King zone, where Cataldo will have to return to the net at least momentarily, unless head coach Jeff Bubenow is a gambler. You have to rely on your team to win that draw. That would be an awful lot of confidence in your sentiment at this point in the game. A lost draw and an empty net would essentially end the game here, as the Academy wins the draw. So smart coaching there by Jeff Bubenow to send the netminder back into the net as the Kings are able to gain control, and Cataldo will now head to the bench as the Kings push it deeper into the Academy zone with just over a minute to go. Cook sends it up the right wing side, and the Academy choosing not to ice the puck. Smart play, just chipping it back to center. And the Kings will control and come back through center for the final minute here as they go with the extra attacker, trying to get within one. And the puck along the right wing boards now, where Williams is pressured there by McKinnon, but Williams able to chip it up and back to center, where Brett Williams will chase for the Kings and take it in behind the vacated cage. He'll come out the zone up the right wing side. He'll send it up ahead. And the centering pass goes off a skate in front as Cook takes a shot to the head there, nothing called. And Cook will battle in the corner now with Williams. Puck will come back to the point. Pitchfork back in on the backhand by the Kings. In the corner now, O'Keefe, and now Garland. Garland and his counterpart, DeRoche, both wearing number 3, battle in the corner. That'll come back to the point, now near side for Williams. Williams comes off the wall. Gordon will chip it up and out of the zone. Final 8, 7, 6 seconds as Rinaldi chases. Rinaldi pushes that down into the corner and loses a stick. But he will take that into the corner and eat it as the final buzzer sounds. And the Academy with a 3-1 win here, as netminder Tommy Aiken secures the victory and withstands the South Shore Kings pressure down the stretch. Jack Williams got the scoring started for the Academy just 55 seconds in, as they got off to a quick start, followed up by a Victor Chidekin air goal a little later, just over a couple minutes later, to put the Academy on top 2-0. The South Shore Kings answered with about 9 minutes to go on a goal by Jake McKinnon. And then in a 4-on-4 situation, Victor Chidekin using time and space on the ice to work the puck to the front of the net and score a neat goal from his knees up over the outstretched prone Chris Cataldo, who also played well for the Kings in the loss. But the Academy will move on here, and they will win this quarterfinal playoff game. They will move on to play the winner of the Neponset Valley River Rats U16 versus the Mercer Chiefs U16 at 10:30 over on rink number 1. So we will have that game for you here, tape delay on YouTube. Hopefully you're checking it out, even though the game will have already been played by the time we get it up on YouTube. As Tommy Aiken heads off the ice, Bennett Jung tallies the final shots on goal as the players retrieve their sticks, and they will head to the locker room and get ready for their semifinal game coming up at 10:30. So the final score for the final time from rink number 2 in Marlboro is your Selects Academy 15-3, the South Shore Kings 1. We'll see you in a little over an hour, everybody, from rink number 1 in Marlboro. Have a good morning.